So apparently, tatlong device ang lumabas sa Nubia Neo 5 series. And hawak natin right now is yung kanyang pinaka-base variant, which is the Nubia Neo 5 5G. Surprisingly, ang kanyang pinaka-base variant may 5G na. Gulat nga ako, di sila nang labas ng 4G only. Now, based sa kanyang spec sheet, there's quite a mouthful na pwede ko sabihin sa inyo. Malalaman natin yan lahat after this quick intro. Now, kita naman natin sa box pa lang, there's a collaboration between Nubia and of course si Delta Force. Here's some quick specs. Pag gusto nyo basahin, pause mo na lang. Neo 5 5G. Nakasulat, may pa-hologram sticker pa. So, ilabas na natin. Yun. Ito ang kanyang packaging if wala yung special box na collaboration with Delta Force. So, ganito itsura niya. So, buksan ko na. So, ito yung phone mismo. Miya ka na. Let's see what's further inside. Guys, meron siyang C2C cable. Take note, base variant lang to. Meron siyang pag-casing pa. Oh, hard case po. Ganda. May warranty card siya. Quick start guide. Yung aking ever-favorite na panundot na mukhang katol. And a 45 watts na fast charging brick na Type-C. You know, so wag na natin patagalin. Ito na yung phone. Hawak natin is the color yellow, yung bumblebee yellow na paborito natin sa Neo series. Pero actually, tawag niya dito is the titanium gold. Meron pa siyang other two colors, may silver and may black. Now ito, Nubia Neo 5 5G na may 8 plus 12 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage. Ang kanyang current selling price is 11,999. And you can buy this sa mga links on the description box below that I'll post. And of course, dyan sa YouTube shopping link. And of course, guys, if you click yung link ko, high chances is makakuha kayo ng mga special vouchers coming from my channel and it can bring the price further down to roughly 10,000 pesos. And yes, hindi naman ako nagbibiro. Kita nyo guys, so pag na-apply yung voucher na galing sa channel ko, it can bring it as low as 9,800 pesos. Well, that is if you click yung links na binibigay ko. Of course guys, huwag na kayo paligoy-ligoy. Just a quick word of reminder, ang dami scammers out there, kunting ingat na lang. So habang nagkukwento ako, medyo nakalimutan ko i-peel off pala to. So, let's just peel this one off. Now, pag-usapan natin nga ng design. I simply love yung kanyang color yellow or color gold, whatever you call it. Ito yung favorite color ko from the Neo series, yung kanyang bumblebee yellow. Kita natin nandyan ang logo ni Nubia. Kita natin nandyan ang logo ni Neo. Eh, meron pa mga tipong pa-transparent pa na chip dito. Eh, kanyang back case is plastic. And we also have a plastic side frame. Andyan ang kanyang color red na power button. And of course, we got your left and your right shoulder triggers. Yung kanyang shoulder triggers is 550 Hz ang kanyang touch sampling rate. Now, gusto ko lang simple pakita sa inyo yung ilaw dito sa kanyang Neo na logo, which is, I think, this is better than yung kanyang Pro variant. Pro variant is just simply white lang, wala ibang color. This one, meron pa siyang red, pwede ka pa maging orange, yellow, teal, blue, and pink. So, there's a lot of colors dito. Ano nga ba napili nyo? Let me know in the comments. So, nakita nyo, there's quite a lot of colors. So, anong color nga ba ang tipo ninyo? Let me know in the comments. So, guys, kung gusto nyo makita ang spec sheet ng Nubia Neo 5 5G, eto na. Now, one of the most important things if you're buying a smartphone is yung kanyang reliability. Lalo sa pag-multitasking, you should be at least hindi siya naglalag. And well, honestly, itong phone na ito, it performs pagdating sa multitasking. Alam naman natin, this is not a Snapdragon, this is not a MediaTek, but rather this is a Unisoc na chip inside. Now, alam naman natin, pag pinag-uusapan natin is Unisoc na processor, medyo subpar, yung mga pang medyo budget-friendly na mga smartphones, yun ang mga gumagamit ng Unisoc. But did you know na si Unisoc meron siya mga chip na pang gaming, just like inside this one. This one is being powered by the Unisoc na T9300. And well, for me, it's quite powerful enough to power you throughout the day. It's a 6nm chip na may 5G capability inside. So I was able to try si Globe si Smart dito and was able to get me a good signal naman dito sa 5G on this phone. Wala namang kahirap-hirap magsagap ng 5G basta may cell side ng 5G and download speed is quite decent naman for me. Multitasking naman dito on this phone is quite a breeze and swiping across is, well, smooth naman based sa experience. And currently, this one is running myOS 16 inside Android version 16. I'm not quite sure kung ilang years ang Android update nito, pero I think it should at least be 2 or 3. Mag-update na lang ako sa comment section once nalaman ko kung ilang years ka ba talaga ang major Android update nito phone na ito. Now, nung nirun ko naman ng Antutu benchmark, it gave me a decent na almost 700,000 points dito sa Antutu benchmark, which scores higher than the MediaTek na Helio G200 Ultimate na nasa 600,000 points. So medyo karespe-respeto naman tong chip na ito. Now, if you want to see the other benchmark na ginawa ko dito sa phone na ito, share ko sa inyo. Now we talk about yung battery nito phone na ito. It's not small. 6,050 mAh, which for me, it's a little bit bigger compared sa industry standard. Kasi normally mga standard before, it used to be 5,000 mAh. Pero due to silicon carbon battery becoming more and more popular among mga Chinese smartphones, sinabi ko Chinese smartphone dahil si Samsung and si iPhone, hindi pa rin sila gumagamit ng silicon carbon. And of course, si Google. So, yung nagiging norm is 6,000, 6,500, and 7,000 yung mga nakikita natin numbers. Now, one good thing naman dito sa kanya, it comes together with a 45 watts of fast charging, which is for me, good. Hindi na siya slow. Kasi 45 watts is for me quite fast enough. So, now, charging this from 0 to 100 takes you around an hour and 20 minutes to complete the full tank. One good thing dito is nandiyan pa rin ka ng bypass charging, which is definitely good para sa mga gamers out there. And if you ask me naman kung kamusta naman ka ng battery endurance, it can last you for a whole day without needing to hit the charging dock. As long as you're using it normally, wala namang heavy gaming, wala namang heavy video recording, walang problema naman tumagal tong phone na ito. And nung sinalang ko naman sa PC Mark na battery stress test, under 50% brightness and 60Hz screen refresh rate, I was able to squeak out 11 hours and 30 minutes na screen on time. Now, pag-usapan naman natin right now yung kanyang display. One thing na napansin ko is hindi masyado manipis ang kanyang bezels. And by the way guys, this one is a 6.8-inch na IPS LCD. It has a 120Hz screen refresh rate and a 1940 by 900 na resolution. Now, on day-to-day usage naman, itong display niya, sabihin ko sa inyo, not bad. I was able to try it under the direct sunlight. Hindi naman siya hirap basahin. So therefore, I was able to conclude that at least, this one has a 1,000 nits na maximum brightness. Kasi hindi ko siya nakita sa spec sheet. Scrolling on my favorite socials like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, wala namang problema dito. Scroll ka lang naman, no? Well, actually, you'll be able to get a fast reaction naman dito sa kanya dahil mataas naman ka ng refresh rate. Basta hindi ola sa yung connectivity like Globe Smart and dito, kung pangin naman yung connection, you'll be able to get a slower response, lalo na pag-load ng mga videos. Pero kung maganda naman yung internet connection, well, it's a breeze. Snap of a finger, naglo-load na yung mga shorts and reels mo. Now, if you're watching naman mga long format like YouTube, Netflix, you'll be able to get a decent naman na viewing experience dito sa kanya. Sinasabi ko decent kasi it's not as punchy as yung mga AMOLED display, pero it's decent enough to let you enjoy the whole video. Now guys, one thing na napansin ko dito pagdating sa kanyang audio is that andyan pa ang kanyang audio jack. So this is definitely something that, well, for me, is a winner dahil there are still people who loves to use their favorite na wired na headset. And of course, it comes together with a stereo speakers. Yung isang speaker nandito sa ilalim and the other one is coming out dito sa kanyang earpiece. So let's just quickly check yung kanyang sounds kung kamusta naman kanyang sound quality. So yun guys, nakita nyo, no, pag nagpapatugtog tayo, umiilaw din yung kanyang logo dito, doon sa kanyang LED light, and it is dancing to the beat of the song. Now, based sa akin experience, yung kanyang sound is better than I expected at this price point. Malakas siya, vibrant ang kanyang sounds, and surprisingly, it's good. Now, of course, guys, right now, gusto na natin pag-usapan ang kanyang gaming, which is probably one of the reasons why you're buying this phone. Now, one thing na nag-improve dito sa kanya is meron siyang hybrid na cooling chamber inside. 20,000mm square ng area ang kaya na i-cover dito sa likod. And this one also comes together with the AI gaming assist. That is yung tawag niyang Game Space na 5.0. Now with that said, naglaro naman tayo ng tatlong games dito. ML, CODM, and of course si Delta Force. Pagdating sa Call of Duty Mobile, it was quite a breeze. Honestly, umabot tayo ng 60 FPS dito. And I was actually expecting to hit a little bit higher. Pero well, sinagad-sagad dati lahat ng graphical settings na pwede natin set sa kanya. 60 FPS na talaga ang lumalabas kanya. Though I was expecting a little bit more. Maganda naman kanyang touch response sa kanyang triggers, ang kanyang Neo Triggers 5.0, which has a 550Hz na touch sampling rate. Very responsive siya. That's probably one of the things that I like. Pag naglalaro ka ng mga shooting games like CODM, pag meron ka shoulder triggers, it's definitely an advantage to you. Maganda naman kanyang touch response sa kanyang screen. Wala akong naging problema sa kanyang sounds. And honestly, if you want better experience of sounds, you can always plug in your favorite headset. Overall gameplay was really good, pero mainit siya at 47 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Pagdating sa Mobile Legends, umabot tayo ng 90 FPS na frame rate. And maganda naman kanyang gameplay, wala akong naging problema dito sa kanya. Kahit nagka-clash ako, no, nasa around 88, 89, yun na nakita natin FPS. And maganda naman kanyang touch response, wala kang maging problema dito sa kanya, no. Halos wala akong na-feel na lags and frame drops, smooth naman ang aking gameplay. Overall, you'll be able to enjoy ML dito sa kanya, except that it's a little bit hot also at 47 degrees Celsius. Pagdating sa Delta Force, nakaset lang siya sa 30 FPS. Pero there are times na umakit siya sa 40 FPS, lalo na kung hindi ka nang shoot, tumatakbo ka lang naman on a mission. Pero pag nagbabari lang nga na naglalaro siya around mga 29 to 30 FPS, yun ang bisa nakikita ko sa aking FPS counter. Overall, maganda naman kanyang gameplay. Wala mo na feel na lags dito sa kanyang game. Touch response is good. Pag ginamit mo kanyang Neo triggers, it's definitely going to be your advantage. Overall, gameplay was really solid and umabot tayo ng 48 degrees Celsius after an hour of gameplay. Now, probably the only thing na reklamo ko pagdating sa gaming dito sa kanya is that medyo mainit siya. Umabot tayo ng 48 degrees Celsius, so I would personally recommend you to buy a game cooler to cool it down faster. Now, quickly pag-usapan lang natin ang kanyang camera. This one has a 13MP na main camera shooter and of course, meron siyang 2MP na depth sensor. Can shoot you up to 1080p and 30fps and ang kanyang harap is a 16MP na shooter which can shoot you also up to 1080p and 30fps. Now, quickly check lang natin some shots na nakuha natin dito sa phone nito. Now, on some of these shots na nakuha natin on outdoor, mga color greens niya, honestly, it's not so bad. No? Probably medyo natural tone ang nakikita ko dito sa kanya which is for me, well, not bad for a gaming phone like this one. Pero there are times na it goes as pale as this one. Hindi ko masyado trip ang color na ito. And there are times na looking good naman ang kanyang greens just like this one. So medyo hit and miss ang kanyang camera and this is probably one of the best shots na nakuha ko dito sa kanyang camera. Maganda yung kanyang pagka-green and maganda rin yung white dito sa kanyang flower. Pero one thing is for sure is medyo pale ang mga color ng flowers dito like this one and this one. Pero dito naman, vibrant naman siya. So medyo hit and miss nga like I said. Now on shots like this one, okay naman siya, not so bad naman. And kahit paano makakuha ka ng kunting cloud details dito sa kanya. Though the blue sky is not the blue that I'm expecting. Tinry ko naman ang kanyang zooming capability. This is a normal shot. And this is a 3x zoom shot. Medyo pixelated na siya once you zoom it in. Now, if you move to indoor naman, you'll be able to get some good shots like this one. I was quite surprised na maganda palang shot niya sa kanyang indoor kahit low light. Taking product shot like this one, magandang kanya focus dito sa aking baso. On other product shot, it looks good. Wala kang naging problema dito sa kanya. And this is probably another sharp photo that I love from this camera. Tinry ko rin naman mag-zoom dito sa indoor and this is a result. Honestly, nababasa pa naman clearly ang mga text dito sa menu board. Now, one thing's for sure sa kanyang selfie camera is that it will capture details sa iyong mukha. Yung mga imperfections sa iyong mukha, makaka-capture niya. And I was quite surprised na it was able to perform. Despite this being a gaming phone, not bad ang mga selfie shots na makuha mo dito on outdoor. Basta malakas ang araw, you'll be able to get a lot of details sa iyong mukha. But once you hit indoor, ayun, makita mo, soft na yung mukha, wala na yung mga details. So, it's better kasi hindi mo makita mga pores ng iyong mukha. For me, definitely better. Mas advantageous lang. Hindi mo na kailangan i-turn on yung kanyang filter. And right now, here's a quick sample ng kanyang selfie cameras pagdating sa video. Shooting also at 1080p and 30fps. And honestly, not bad. Kanyang camera, except na medyo shaky. And medyo darker compared kay Neo 5 Pro. Yun ang observation natin. Pero kung maganda naman light, a bit better. And here's the sample video sa kanyang rear camera. 5 using its rear camera, 1080p and 30fps. Medyo madilim, napansin ko sa kanyang camera. Kahit medyo hindi naman sobrang dilim dito. Medyo shaky, pero overall yung kanyang resolution ain't so bad. Now guys, ano masasabi natin dito sa Nubia Neo 5 5G at a price point of 11,999 and can get it as low as 9,800 pesos? I would say na not bad. Even though that this has been powered by Unisoc na chip, I would say na not so bad itong kanyang phone. Performance-wise, pagdating sa games, kaya na mo sumabak, kay Delta Force pa yan. Though the only reklamo ko lang dito is quite hot if you're playing games, kahit ML pa yan. Aliw na mo dito sa kanyang LED light, which is definitely good, better sa kanyang Pro variant. And of course, yung kanyang design still remains one of my favorite. Kayo guys, would you purchase the Nubia Neo 5 5G? Let me know in the comments if you're buying this unit. And of course, kung gusto nyo malaman kung saan nyo pwede mabili itong phone na ito, I'll pop it on the description box below. Or just simply click yung YouTube shopping link para ma-redirect kayo. And baka makakuha pa kayo ng mga vouchers galing sa aking channel. So of course guys, in-encourage kayo to like, subscribe here sa aking channel so you don't miss out mga review like this one, si Nubia Neo 5 5G. So paano guys, hanggang dito muna ako. I'll see you on my next video. Peace out. And so, ako para si Richmond, and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. Like and subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. For one of my latest uploads, click the dito. And for one of my popular uploads, click here.